Hi, I'm Paige Finkelman, and I'm backstage with John Hagel III after he wrapped up his keynote presentation at Enterprise 2.0 Boston. Thanks, John, for taking some time to chat with us.
Pleasure.
You mentioned within your talk that sustained collaboration on platforms and workspaces is the ultimate goal. How do you foster that sustainability?
Well, I think part of the answer has to do with starting small and minimizing the amount of effort required for participation on these platforms. Typically, if you can find some kind of relatively simple and straightforward problem that people are wrestling with on a frequent basis during their job, creating a platform where people can connect and provide answers helps to start that process. So minimizing barriers to entry, I think, is a key early proposition to get maximum adoption.
Great. And gamification is sort of the new buzzword circulating, and you mentioned World of Warcraft and how that passion that you see within social gaming is popping up in the social enterprise. And at the executive level, there might be a few rolled eyes at the word passion. How do you get past that and simultaneously foster passion within the social enterprise, but convince the stakeholders that it is indeed something that they should invest in?
Yeah. I think the entry point to get senior executives really engaged around deployments of social software is not focusing on passion, but focusing on the metrics that matter to them, that they're getting evaluated on. So if you start with financial metrics, operating metrics, and then frontline performance metrics, and demonstrate real impact against those, that will get the attention of the senior executives. But then, as a result, you're creating a set of experiences for the participants that really naturally starts to draw out passion and get them more engaged around more and more significant problems and opportunities that they can collaborate on. And so the passion emerges kind of as a byproduct. It doesn't have to be the proposition that gets the executives to adopt it.
Yeah, and I think that is actually sort of a problem. If you're being social for social's sake without an actual problem to solve and you're not marrying those metrics, then you're sort of putting the cart before the horse. Do you think there are a lot of organizations out there that sort of suffer from that syndrome?
Absolutely. I think that in some respects, the evangelists of social software are sometimes their own worst enemies because they talk about social, they talk about relationships, community, passion, but they don't tie it back to the metrics that matter to these executives. So the executives get the impression that this is just a distraction. It's going to consume time, but it's going to and distract people from the job that they're supposed to do. So I think tying it very specifically to metrics that matter for the enterprise, and then letting these other things develop and evolve naturally from the engagement and experiences of the people is the most productive way to deploy software, social software.
Great. Well, thanks so much, John. Again, John Hagel III. He's the co-author of The Power of Pull and co-chairman for the Center of the Edge at Deloitte & Touche. Thanks again, John.
Great.